Hello there, my name is Juan Cadavid and I'm a member of Data Science for All Group 67. Today I'm going to be talking about credit scores, financial inclusion, and discrimination in the banking industry. In an increasingly connected society, it becomes essential for citizens to be able to access sources of funding, systems of banking, and the option of acquiring credits. Access to a banking system can create opportunities, create jobs, facilitate commerce, and unlock wealth. Nonetheless, 5 million Colombian adults are not registered in the banking system at all, and many more cannot access products like credit cards and free investment loans. The unbanked segment of the population amounts up to 1.7 billion humans worldwide, whom are disconnected or unable to take part in their local credit institutions. The gap between the bancarized populations become even more pronounced when looking at it from a perspective of gender and from a perspective of low versus high income earners, where due to low bancarization rates, women and low income members of the population can be disenfranchised from a variety of social as well as economical opportunities. There are many reasons why someone might be unbanked, as there are bureaucratic hubs and arbitrary rules requiring users to physically visit a bank of the branch, keep certain amounts of cash in their accounts, or pay a variety of fees. When someone does not have access to traditional credit lines, their needs for cash injections do not simply disappear, but instead they migrate towards whichever options are locally available, like money lenders, pawn shops, and loan sharks. A lack of access to banking services affects the most vulnerable members of our society while perpetuating a cycle of poverty and lack of education, creating an underclass stuck living in their day to day without the tools to create enterprise, improve their education, or simply obtain a motor vehicle to reach their workplace. With our model, we aim to provide an inclusive credit score assignment system in order to provide these non bancarized individuals with the opportunity to access credit while providing the banking actor with a reliable indicator of the risks involved in lending to that user. I would like to present credit risk, predicting a safe and inclusive credit score by Correlation One's Data Science for All Colombia, Group 67. Our team is composed of the following members: Christian Alexis Murillo Martinez, an engineer, developer, and data scientist; Daniel Garzón Rodriguez, a mathematician; Daniel Espinal Mosquera, a data scientist and developer; Juan Cadavid, I'm a Web 3.0 enthusiast with a love for decentralized solutions; and Steven Rojas Serrano, a data scientist. The database worked in this case originated from the Lending Club 2007 to 2020 dataset provided by Kaggle.com. Lending Club is a peer-to-peer lending company whose business aims to make borrowing and saving simple and accessible for everyone. This dataset contained 142 columns with a detailed profile of the applicant and the loan itself. After pre-processing, we obtained two datasets. The first, million rows and 9 columns across, used for predicting loan status. And the second one, 2 million rows long and 10 columns across, used for predicting the credit score. We use three distinct criteria to choose the definitive variables, but gave relative importance to the bibliography about credit criteria of current banking. The most influential variables in the model are variables that any person can supply. The exploratory data analysis consisted of data cleaning, identification of key variables, data condensation, and the creation of graphics, after which we managed to reduce the number of variables to a total of 8. The interest rate on the loan, the income of the applicant, the loan amount, a ratio of debts to income, the amount of debt or credit products that the user has, the amount of credit inquiries in the last 6 months, the purpose of the loan, and the term in months of the loan. In our data analysis, we have found a clear relationship between FICO score and the loan status variable, with higher FICO scores being related with a higher chance of the loan being paid. The loan purpose is also highly significant in determining the loan status variable. Several other relevant variables are on the working application as well. We reviewed 6 different models, and after testing, the model with the better metrics was a random forest classifier. We used 2 nested models. The first to predict the credit score, and the second model to predict the loan status, showing that approaching the problem in this way can give us a good result. The following is the web application created to tackle this case. Here we can observe a simple customer-friendly design in which the potential non-bankerized customer or a banking agent is able to predict an approximate credit score based on the information that they input. If any of the variables are outside the limits defined by the credit entity, the user is advised to modify them. Other views include an overview of the Colombian banking sector, a database of the most important graphs, variables, and indicators, and an information page about the team involved. And what comes next? This model might be implemented by existing financial tech companies, cooperatives looking to make their lending safer, traditional financial tech companies, or just free actors offering peer to peer loans. All in all, making loans safer for the lender and more inclusive for the lendee. All in all, we created an inclusive model to predict the credit score of unbanked individuals using a random forest algorithm and several variables. The model can be implemented to estimate an initial credit score while being inclusive towards populations lacking a banking history, especially in Colombia, where more than 5 million people lack banking services. This is also especially important in developing countries in general, where this number goes up to 1700 million. Thank you very much for your time, and I do wish you a good day.